We'll just have to wait till a few people get on there and we'll start talking. This is the perfect place to stand. I can see all the horses out the window.
Kenzie Alexander says hi.
Hi, Kenzie.
Hi, Kenzie.
Is it going to echo back like that?
No, I hit the wrong button. Melinda says hi, Becky.
Hi, Melinda. I'm going to take some of your homesteading questions today. So if you have anything you're like curious about that goes on in the homestead or something, you know, you want to get going and you want to know a little bit more about, you can ask me questions about that. You know, just overall homestead questions. Maybe about the lifestyle of living the homestead lifestyle, how that feels and, you know, what that's all about. Cooking, you know, homestead cooking. It's just such a wide array. When you homestead, there's so much involved that, you know, it's like you can ask and learn a lot about homesteading because there's a lot involved, which makes it so much fun. That's why I love doing it. It's a lot to, you know, every day you can do something different. It's not, you don't get bored homesteading.
Tanya says hi, Becky, living your dream.
Oh, hi, Tanya.
Pam's house says hello, Becky.
Hi, Pam.
Marie says hiya, Becky.
Hi. Also, you know, I'll answer questions about animals too, you know, because obviously when you have a homestead, you have a lot of animals. So.
Melinda says, I'm so glad I finally get to see you live.
Oh, well, glad you joined us.
Linnell says, hi, Becky.
Hi, Linnell.
Wanda says, hi, Becky.
Hi, Wanda. I'm like greeting you all. It does feel good because I get to feel like I know you a little better.
Matt asks, how do you find inexpensive property?
Well, Matt, you have to be diligent and you have to look. I mean, there's a lot of ways and a lot of places to look for land. First step, I always say, is figure out what you want. What do you want in a piece of land? Do you want to have animals? Do you want to have just gardens? Where do you want to live? Do you want to live in a warm climate, a cold climate? Because really, you can buy land anywhere in the country and then you can move and build your dream homestead. It's not, you don't necessarily have to be local. Of course, some people might want to stay where they are and just buy a piece of land, but why not just open up and first have your list of wants and then you can start from there looking for land. It'll help you narrow it down, you know?
Grace asks, when a potbelly pig is pregnant, does the male get vicious? My male has been.
Oh, yeah, pigs in general are very mean. They can be very mean. You have to be careful. You know, people think, oh, it's just a little potbelly pig and just pet it. Oh, it's so cute. It's just a little piggy. No, I was telling a couple weeks ago about how I had to run out there and save this chicken I call Hey Hey. I have this hen. And Neil was eating her alive. And he's my little darling pet, Neil, who's sweet as can be. But oh no, he's eating the chicken alive. So you have to be very careful with pigs. Potbelly pigs you have to be careful with because they're smaller. Hogs are bigger and even more dangerous. So no, it's not unusual that they're mean and vicious. Just be careful out there with them.
Kenzie asks, was it really hard to go from living in a city to living on a farm?
It wasn't hard for me because I love nature. I love to be outside. So obviously it's more fun to be outside in the country than it is in the city. Not to say I don't love exploring cities and like seeing what's going on there when I visit a city. I do love that. But, you know, day to day, it's so much fun to live in the country if you like to be outdoors. And so for me, it was super easy. I would rather like live in a tent or a shack in the country than live in like a penthouse in the city. That's just me. I have more fun in the country.
Lynn says, hi, Becky.
Hi, Lynn.
Amal says, hello from India.
Oh, hi. All the way from India. I'm glad you joined us.
Angela asks, what kind of chickens should a beginner get?
Oh, I'll tell you what kind I like. for like, if I had to pick number one breed that's like just so sweet and nice, but they're good egg layers, are those black Astralorps. I don't know if it's the way for everybody, but the ones I have are just like my favorite chickens. They're so sweet and so nice. I like those, and they're kind of gentle, so I think they're great beginner chickens, the black Astralorps. But there's a lot of nice breeds out there, but I mean, if I had to choose one for somebody that's living maybe in the city or just has a small coop or they have children and they kind of want a family project, I would get the black Astralorps.
Peggy says, hi, love what you're doing.
Hi, Peggy. Yeah.
I just traded honey for eggs.
Oh, yeah, I love to barter. Bartering is so fun. You know, it's like, okay, you buy something with money. It's like, here you go. Here's the money, blah, blah, blah. Take your stuff. But bartering is more like a little deal you're making. It's a little conversation you get going, and it is so much fun to barter. And then, you know, you get your stuff and they get their stuff and off you go. And hey, see you next time. And it's easier to deal with them next time because you like already have like this little relationship going. It's really, really fun to barter.
Callie says, hi from Chicago.
Hi, Callie. Chicago. Wow, that's definitely city living.
You should mention about the super chat.
If you want to support me, you can support me through super chat. And I know that's weird, and I didn't know what it was, but that is a way of supporting me if you feel you want to. I guess, what do you, oh, you click on the $, I think. I've never even done it, so I don't know how it works, but I think you click on the little $, and if you want to, you don't have to.
Tyler says hi.
Hi, Tyler.
Melanio says hi.
Oh, that's a nice name. Hi, Melanio.
Jack asks, did you buy your cabin from a commercial factory or from somewhere local?
No, it was a company. It was not local. They had to ship it, which you pay the price to have that big semi ship in the, you know, all the pieces, which is basically a big piles of logs. You have to pay for that. And you also have to pay for the big, it has to be a commercial size forklift. You have to have on your property waiting for the delivery date, and you also have to, you know, rent that and pay for that so you can unload it.
Timothy says, Becky, you're such an inspiration.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you.
Callie asks, do you name your chickens?
I do name them. I don't like get them and look in the box or little babies or when the little babies are hatched. I don't look at them and name them, but kind of like as they grow up, you know, their personality, I'll name them. So we have a variety of names, and we kind of just go by the personality. We love picking the names for the animals.
Lynn asks, do you let your chickens run around the whole yard?
Well, right now I do have some outside of the cage and some inside of the cage, and the reason that is, well, the cage, I mean the coop. The reason that is I ended up with 2 roosters. And I like them both, so I don't really want to get rid of either one of them. And I do have room. Excuse me. So I'm like, one of them's injured. So that one that's injured is the one living outside. So just so he just kind of walks around. That's Dum Dum. That's what I call him, like the lollipop. He's this big, huge, white, poofy chicken rooster. He's so adorable. I love him. And then Bubby, the guinea hen, she's loose. But she does jump in the coop if she feels like it, and then she gets back out. So she's kind of whatever. And then I had Hey Hey is a hen that is so dumb. She doesn't get along anywhere, and they pick on her, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, let me save this thing. So I took her out of the coop, and I let her in the yard. I'm like, well, Dum Dum can have one hen, and he can like her. And she didn't even know how to act around them. They didn't even, Bubby and Dum Dum didn't like her, but now they kind of all get along, and it's kind of the 3 little weird group that run around the yard.
Claudia says, I made the homemade laundry soap.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. I mean, if you have kids, there is no better time to make this homemade laundry soap because you'll save a fortune over the years. When you have kids, you're always doing laundry. You have so much laundry. And laundry soap, you either can buy the cheap laundry soap, which doesn't really clean your clothes that good, or you can spend a fortune on like Tide or more expensive laundry soap. And then, like, who knows what's in that stuff either? You kind of wonder, you know, like, So anyway, I love the homemade laundry soap. It definitely cleans your clothes. It's a little bit of work to make it, but you make so much of it, it lasts a long time. And it cleans your clothes really good.
Natasha says, "Hi Becky, I raised chickens because of you."
Oh, good, good. I hope you love them as much as we love ours. We always have bird drama going on around here. It's just so funny. Like, there's always something.
Tiffany says, "Hi, love your videos."
Hi, Tiffany. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. I went out there this morning and I have this little like crate on in my barn, and this other chicken was jumping out. I call her Sweetie, one of my black astrolorps, and she went in there and she laid a few eggs in there, and I was like, oh, hey, laid a couple eggs in there, another hen, and the eggs are different colors so I can tell them apart. So I'm like, let me just put them in one pile, and hopefully somebody's going to get broody and sit on these eggs and hatch them. Oh no, Hey gets in there this morning, and she knows which eggs are hers, which I just find so fascinating. And she scoots hers over, because it's a big cage, scoots hers over into her pile. So she's got her pile in the back over here. And then Sweetie, the black astrolorp, has her pile over here. So I've done it twice, like put them together, and she's separated them twice. So I'm like, okay, I can take a hint. I'm not going to touch them now.
Jack says, "What is the hardest part about homesteading besides the financing?"
You have to be a person who enjoys work, physical labor. If you are the type that you have energy, you enjoy physical labor, you are going to love to homestead because there's always something to do. If you're a self-motivated person, you know, like you're like, oh, I have this, and this that needs to get done, and you can get out of bed and look forward to that, like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this today. You will enjoy homesteading. If you're not self-motivated and you don't like physical labor, that's going to be the hardest part about homesteading for you. And also having animals, you have to train your animals or it's going to be a nightmare on your homestead. So that's work as well, to get the animals trained so they all behave nicely and mind you and kind of do what they're supposed to.
My View from the Woods says, "How did you choose where you live now?"
Well, how I chose where I live is I kind of like seclusion. I like solitude, and I don't want to be like 100 miles from a city because I do enjoy going shopping and, you know, getting a few things in the city. So it's like, that's how I choose where I want to live. I want to live kind of by a decent city. I don't want to live by a lousy city, which is, you know, a smaller city. But yeah, I want seclusion and privacy when I go home. So that's how I chose my property. It's a lot of woods around here, dirt roads. I like dirt roads. You know, I don't want paved roads everywhere.
Nathan says, "Hello from Kansas."
Hi, Nathan.
Laura says, "Hi Becky, how do I get my family on board to make the move to a rural homestead from the city? They're afraid to take the risk, but I can tell they're excited about the prospect."
It is so exciting. I mean, maybe take them hiking in the woods and just like start talking about nature, pointing out, oh, look at the bird, look at the beautiful water, look at the trees, you know, get them excited about nature. Because once you're excited about nature, you are going to be more like, oh, let's move to the country. It's awesome out there. Also, maybe take them to like some of the big garden stores. If you see a big nursery with a lot of plants and stuff, pull in there and start walking around. Take your time and look at all the different plants and smell them and have the kids just look at all the plants. Kids love all that stuff and they get very excited about it. I have kids come to my homestead, you know, just, you know, different kids that I know and whatever. And when it's time to leave, they literally cry. They don't want to leave. That's how much they like it. So kids love homesteads and to be out.
Also, don't move 100 miles out in the middle of nowhere. Just be on the edge of the city.
Yeah, that's another idea, you know.
Joyce says, "When should I start my garden?"
Well, you should start your garden after the last frost. That's what I would say. If you're a beginner garden, you'll get excited. I used to do this. You're like, oh, get so excited. Like, oh, the weather's pretty decent. Let me get out there and start planting stuff. And lo and behold, I always would do it too early. I would do it in March, you know what I mean? And then you go out there, and I always forget to cover stuff if it's, the frost is coming. I'm just brain dead when it comes to that part. And then you'll go out there and it'll be dead. And you'll be like, darn it, you're going to start all over again. So it's much better. Don't plant, like for us, until like April. We usually get a frost in March. So you can always get a farmer's almanac. They kind of tell you when to plant. If you look in there, they give you a lot of good like gardening advice. They have calendars. A friend gave me a calendar, almanac calendar. It helps. If you're not a really good gardener, you're just starting out.
Kenzie says, do you have any good books you recommend?
Well, let me just think.
On Becky's Favorites, we have books.
Yeah, there are a lot of books on Becky's Favorites, but I used to enjoy when I was just kind of getting going, like Get Your Juices Flowing about homesteading. I would look at, what was that magazine?
Countryside magazine.
The Countryside magazine. Now, back when I looked at it, it was just like a simple little all paper magazine. And what it was then is other homesteaders would like write articles and send them in, and they'd publish it, like kind of arrange it and publish it and stuff. So I enjoyed that because it was just in my vein of what I wanted to do and what I loved. And it gives you a lot of good ideas.
Yulium says, hi from Scotland.
Hi, Yulium. Did I say it right? Sorry if I didn't. I'm glad you joined us.
Jonathan says, your channel is the best out of all the others. Oh. So helpful for people. Thanks.
That is so sweet to say. I'm so happy to hear that, though, because that's what I want to do, is help people and encourage people to homestead and live a healthier life and, more active physical life, but not just maybe running, you know what I mean, or whatever on a treadmill. It's like out working your homestead is a very healthy way of being physically active. And it's fun.
If people want to make sure they get their question answered for sure, we'll definitely get to it. They can use the super chat.
Super chat.
I lost my spot. Hold on.
Okay.
Lydia says, is there an ideal acre that you have to have in order to have animals?
Like the ideal acreage amount?
I think what they're trying to say is how many animals can you have on 1 acre?
Yeah, I guess that's it. Well, if you are experienced with animals and you know how to set up the pens properly, you can have more than you think, because like I have like 2 acres, maybe a little over 2 acres. And I have quite a few animals, but you have to know what the animals' needs are and how much room they need to be happy. And you also have to know how to care for them to be happy. One mistake a lot of people make is they will make the pens too small, or they'll overcrowd the pens. And then the animals, it would be like, a person living with, whatever, too many people in the house. You get sick of each other and you just need your own space. Well, animals are the same way. So, start small. You can always add a couple extra if you need to down the road. And plus you gain more experience and more fun. It's more fun if you just have a couple and you get it going good. You'll really enjoy that. So just make sure you build the pen first. Make sure they have a little cozy bed to sleep in, and then go get just a couple of the animals that you like.
Laki from India says, I've been following
you
throughout your journey. Love your videos and the tips you share.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them. That makes me happy. Good.
Rami says hello from Jordan.
Hi, Rami, all the way from Jordan. Glad you joined us.
Reckless says, how do you get utilities like water, electricity, and septic?
Well, that's going to differ county by county depending on where you buy your property. And you can always look into that before you buy your property. You have to talk to the county. Wherever you plan on buying your property, don't be shy. Go in there, go in the office, talk to people. What are your requirements to build? Is there city water? It's surprising that sometimes you can be way in the country. You feel like you're in the country, and there'll be city water way out there. You'll just be so surprised, like, really? Way out here? I don't know why that is, but in some places they will run those water lines way out and they'll charge you to hook to city water and then you're going to have a water bill and stuff. Where like I have my own private well, which I like that personally. I want to choose a place where I have my own private well because if you go off grid or whatever you want to do, you could put a hand pump. You could be out there pumping your own water if need be out of your own private well. So, and you won't be dependent like, oh, the city water broke or something happened. Now I don't have any water. So that's a requirement I like, to have my own well.
Ben says, hi from Germany.
Hi, Ben from Germany. Glad you joined us.
Turn says, hi Becky, do you use a chicken tractor?
I don't do a chicken tractor. To me, it's like a tongue twister. To me, a chicken tractor is a drag. It's a little joke, but like literally.
Well, the flip coop is kind of like that.
I don't want to have to move it. It's a pain in the neck to move it. I just don't like to move anything. It's like extra work I don't want to do. I mean, if I had to, I would, but you'd be surprised if you have a chicken tractor, which I have done. Don't get me wrong. Here's the funny thing though. Those chickens get used to a certain little spot because, you know, you can't ruffle those chickens' feathers. They don't like to be moved around too much. And I'd let them, you know, kind of stay in this little spot, and then I would move their pen to a different spot. And I could tell they'd all be like, hey, what? What's going on here? You know, it would kind of get them all upset. So I don't know. I just don't do a chicken tractor.
Karen says, what's the best way to earn a living from the homestead?
I mean, I don't know. What are you good at? That's my answer, you know. There's no answer for that. Everybody's different. Everybody has different talents.
You can do any job where you can work from home. Any job like that.
I mean, a lot of electronic jobs you can work from home. So, I mean, if you're good at that, try that. You know, if you're good at making stuff, some people make stuff and then go to the little arts and crafts fairs and sell their stuff. You know, if it's awesome stuff, people will buy it. I don't know. You gotta just, what are you good at? Try to develop it. That would be my advice.
Diego says, hi Becky, I recently bought 3 new chickens. They all started laying on the same day, but one has a soft shell, semi-translucent egg. Is this a reason for concern?
Well, you know, you just bought them, so you don't know what nutrition they were getting, where they were, and when the shells are soft like that, it's a nutrition problem. You have to start feeding them some calcium. Throw in some alfalfa hay, let them start eating that, and if you want to kind of get right on that, you can buy some cat food kibble. You know, try to buy like grain-free. You want a lot of animal protein in the cat food, and start giving them a little handful of that. Or if you're a fisher person, you like to go fishing, you can just catch a fish and put it in there. They'll eat that fish. Like animal protein like that will help. That's what I would suggest. But make sure you give them grit. So get the crushed oyster shells and put that in there, and they need it. And I love whole corn. I know that gives them a lot of nutrition and they love it. So it's a nutrition problem.
Mapia says, hi, greetings from Greece, Athens.
Hi, all the way from Greece. I'm glad you joined us.
Hi, Becky from Cape Cod.
Hi, nice you joined us.
Rebecca says, I just discovered your channel. Right now, you are my hero.
Oh, thank you.
Diane says, hi, I'm new to this and from Indiana.
Oh.
I bought land in Oregon.
Oh.
It's just a hobby. We're slow going. Can you make a living homesteading?
A hobby, though. You don't make a living on a hobby.
Well, like we said before, you can do any job where you can work from home.
Yeah, you don't make, if it's a hobby, you don't make money. Let's face it. Who makes money on a hobby? Nobody. So you have to, you know, if you're serious about it, I don't know, it's like that's kind of a mixed thing you're saying. You know, it is slow going. Building a homestead is slow going because there's so much to be done, so much to develop. It takes time. You know, you can't do that quickly.
Melinda says, do you do a live stream on a certain day? Yes, we do every Wednesday.
Wednesday at 12 o'clock our time. So is that, we're not Eastern time though, are we? I don't know what we are.
Yes, we're East.
Are we? I know there's time. I think we are Eastern time. Yeah, I think we are. 12 o'clock.
Grace says, how
On
old
Wednesday.
do chickens have to be for them to start laying eggs?
This is kind of a debated question. I've noticed if you just have chickens and you hatch them out and they follow the mama around, I say around 10 months old. Some people will be like writing me going, yeah, but mine started laying eggs at 4 months. And it's like, I don't know, some of those breeds they breed or you buy those chickens, I don't know what they do to them to let them start laying that young, but that's really young. So I would say, and then I'll have people writing me, oh, my chicken's 4 months old, it's not laying yet. No, because they don't really lay at 4 months old. You know, you gotta wait, give them a chance. It has to be like an adult and it'll start laying eggs. So give it 10 months. That's my overall saying, and I find that to be very true.
Jane says, hi from Illinois.
Hi, glad you joined us.
Lori says, hi Becky from Canada.
Oh, hi, glad you joined us. We should write down all the different places. There's so many. So many different places.
Sandra says, hi Becky from London.
Hi, Sandra. Nice you joined us.
Anne says, hi from Texas.
Hi, Anne.
Connie says, hi Becky, how are your chickens doing?
Hi, Connie. Very good. Like I was saying earlier, there's a lot of bird drama going on in my homestead. They're all happy, got their little bird life going on. They're so funny to watch. I'm hoping out of my 2 roosters that I have some hens that'll hatch some eggs, little chickens this year. So cute.
Ismat says, hey Becky, what's the best meal for baby chickens?
Well, I'll get chick starter unmedicated if I have to feed them. If the mother, hatches them and the mother's around, she'll kind of show them what to eat and pick around for them, but you still have to put a little chick starter out there. I don't medicate any of my animals unless they need it. And I have very healthy animals. I seldom have a sick animal or a problem with one of my animals. So I don't medicate just because it's in the food. That's what some people do. The only thing I do regularly for sure is worm them. I keep them all wormed because that saves on your feed bill. So if you're not living in an area or a country that has unmedicated chick starter, you can get like cornmeal, just some kind of cornmeal that's already squished up, and they'll eat that really good. Bread, maybe a little teeny pieces of bread, but not too much bread.
Randy says, hi Becky.
Hi Randy.
I'm building a covered chicken pen, but I have chicken hawks around. What can I do?
Well, that's the key right there. Build a cover over it. They're not stupid. Chickens know what at least my chickens aren't stupid. They'll hear a hawk and they'll all run for cover. So as long as you have a cover and they can, hear that chicken hawk and run in there and hide, they will take cover. So that's what they have to, got to protect them, whatever it takes.
Just feed them so that they're so heavy and fat that the hawk can't carry them off.
Well, those hawks are pretty determined too. They'll be like, juicy. A plump one, let me get it.
Sandra says, hi Becky, love your channel.
Hi Sandra, thank you, I'm so glad.
Jasmine says, we want to do a steel building on our land. Mm-hmm. Is it hard to get financing? We want to finish it the inside ourselves.
Last week, this last video I did Sunday, I talked about getting a loan and financing. So you can maybe go back and read that. I say if you're trying to get financing and you don't have great credit, go real small. And when I say not great credit, I also mean you just don't have a credit history. Go small, and if you can just talk to the people and they can see that you're stable and like you're just a decent, sober, nice person, you usually can find somebody to deal with you and get a loan.
I've seen a lot of steel building companies, they offer financing.
Yes.
So just look for one that offers financing.
Yeah, that is another good point, is some of them do offer financing through the company you're buying with, and if you're having trouble getting financed, maybe that's the way to go. And that way you do stand in there talking to the person and they'll get to know you, It's a lot of times you do have to have a down payment though. So you're going to have a certain amount of cash, not tons of cash, but you're going to have a certain amount to work with. You know, it's just what everybody requires. Because I got my barn, it's a steel building, so I got financed.
Pam says, I'm enjoying your channel in Montana. Thanks, Becky.
I'm glad you like it, Pam. Thanks for joining us.
Paul. I said Pam.
Oh,
Paul.
It's his fault. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Sandra says, hi, Becky. I have chickens. I've hatched from eggs.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
How hard is it to transfer them to outside?
It's easy to transfer them for outside. You just have to have a little coop at first, you know, that you can really keep a good eye on and make sure it has a roof and it's warm enough and everything out there. They need sun and shade though. So do that. And it's pretty easy, really. You know, I wait until they're feathered. I don't put them out unless they have feathers. If they're little fuzzy chicks, I don't put them outside in a coop personally. I just don't do that. I wait until they have feathers. You know, they'll be like the size of a grapefruit. They'll be like, you know, pretty big. Still small and pretty big, and they'll start having all their feathers, and then they're ready to go because those feathers give them a little more protection.
Ariel says, hi, Becky. What do you do about a sick chicken?
I have a video on that. You can look it up, but the first thing you have to do is pull it out of the coop, and you have to separate it and put it in a little crate or something. That's step one. Then try to figure out what it is, what's wrong with it, but go watch the video. That'll explain it more.
If you want to make sure we answer your question, for sure, you can use Super Chat. Sandra says, can I plant potatoes in a large planter about 18 inches deep?
You won't grow too many potatoes in there, but you can. But you will grow potatoes. You know, if it's like a barrel type thing, like a tub, you know, plant some potatoes in there. You'll get some potatoes. I have a video also about a potato tower that I did where you can get a lot of potatoes. So you can look that video up too. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of questions and they don't realize that I have a lot of videos on a lot of different little topics for the homestead. So if you just go to my website, beckishomestead.com, and there's like a little search bar there and it scrolls down, you can look through, and Scott has them separated into categories. So, you know, if you're looking for chicken videos, just click on chicken and it'll be all our chicken videos. And you can, you know, pick through there. It'll help you if you have questions and stuff.
Ann says, what kind of water do you have?
Good.
We have a well.
Yeah. Is that what you're asking? Yeah, well water. I don't have city water. I purposely buy property where I can have my own private well because I know that's what I want.
Mr. Apricot says, hi from Scotland. It's snowing here. What's the weather like where you are?
Oh, hi, Mr. Apricot. It's really nice. It was cloudy, but now the sun's coming out a little bit. It looks really good out there. It's warm. Like, you don't need a jacket, just a shirt and pants or whatever. Nice weather. I don't like snow personally. I'm just, you know, I just don't like snow. You can't go outside and do very much in the snow because the ground is covered and it's slippery and you're freezing. It's just, I'm not into snow.
Al says, hello from France, Becky.
Hi, Al. Glad you joined us.
People are saying they can't hear me.
Oh.
John says, hi from England.
Hi, John. You need your own mic, maybe. You know? It's like my whole front of my house. I can see out and see all my animals. So nice.
Ariel says, what do I do about a chicken that's sneezing a lot?
I would put a little vinegar in the water. I think they start getting a little something going on there and their croup gets sour because they're just eating too much. I don't know what you're feeding them, but you know, maybe you're overfeeding them a little bit, or they just ate something that's not like digesting or going down in there and they get sour croup. So clean the water thing and then just put a little bit of vinegar in the water and, you know, just leave it like that. It'll help them all if you do that.
Annette says, do mice or rats bother your chickens?
I don't see any mice or rats around my place. I have a really good cat. So chickens will eat mice though. If you catch a mouse and you throw it in the chicken coop, zoom, those chickens will be on that mouse. They eat it. And rats, I don't really see any rats around here. So, you know, a farm or a homestead, I should say, is like this little ecosystem you get going, and it takes time to build it. But like everything has a job and serves a purpose. You know, like the cat keeps the mice away. The dogs, like, you know, will get the rats. They just don't come around, you know, because you have the dogs kind of patrolling the property and the cat doing the same thing. So, you know, it helps. You got to get all that set up, which takes time. Takes time, but it's worth it, and it's really fun once you get it set up. And you can't be afraid to make adjustments either. Sometimes you'll do something and you're like, okay, that's better, but it's still not where I want it. So you have to do another little adjustment, fix it a little bit. So that's what you have to do.
Anna says, Becky, OMG, hey girl, love you.
I'm so glad. Thank you. Thanks.
Wanda says, how did you find a builder for your homestead?
Hi, Wanda. I didn't have to find it. It's me. I did it. I didn't have to look far.
We got a $2 super chat from Simon.
Oh, thank you, Simon. That's very kind and generous. We appreciate it. So we can do more videos. And people just constantly are like, do more videos, do longer videos. And they're just more. And it's like, okay, well, it's hard and it takes time and it takes money, you know. So we appreciate your contributions. It helps us do more videos.
Jasmine says, hey from Arizona.
Hi, Jasmine.
Anna says, hey from West Virginia.
Anna?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Anna. Anna Banana. Listen to Bubby out there. Can you hear her?
Mm-hmm. Delana says, hello from Indiana.
Don't tell me what to do, bossy.
There's noise on there. It's going to make noise.
He's bossy.
Delana says, hello from Indiana.
Hi, Delana. Glad you joined us.
Beverly says, hi from Albany, Indiana. My chickens also say hello.
Oh, hi, Beverly. And the chickens. I hear Bubby out there making some drama. Her clucking and squawking she does. She's so funny. She's just something else. She has a long skinny neck. Sometimes I want to wring that little neck of hers. But not really, because she's so cute. I can't.
Angela says, how do I protect my chickens from predators?
It's called a chicken coop. That's why they invented chicken coops, because the people that had chickens wanted to protect their chickens. So they're like, we're going to have to build a little house and keep them safe. So that's what you have to do. You have to have a chicken coop. If you like your chickens and you want to keep chickens for, as you know, let them live out their life, which isn't that long anyway, you have to have a coop. There's no way around it. Otherwise, animals check back and come around looking, and they can smell really good and hear really good. And they all know where those chickens are, and they'll just keep stalking around until they have their opportunity, and boom, they'll get one. So, and I don't hate nature. So if there's a fox out there, I don't hate the fox because he wants to eat my chicken. It's like, that's what fox eat, chickens. So same with the hawks and the owls. It's like, it's part of nature. I like all of nature. So you just have to be smarter than they are and just build a good coop. And then they'll have to go off and catch a rabbit instead of my chicken.
Kantz says, hello from Greece.
Hi, Kantz. Glad you joined us.
Donovan says, you make my life better. I admire you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm building a tiny house in my parents' yard and I like to make things from scratch. You guys are wonderful. Appreciate you.
Good. That is my kind of person, and awesome. I love a family atmosphere, a family business or whatever. So that is so cool. You're building a little house in your parents' backyard. And plus you get experience, and it is so fun to make stuff. I just love making stuff.
We got a $2 super chat from Karen.
Oh, thank you, Karen. That's very nice of you.
And she says, do you plan on growing any fruit trees?
I already have a fruit tree. Let me tell you what I have. which I love, my lemon tree. It's like my little child almost. It's so weird that I like my little lemon tree so much, but I do. Last year I got 5 lemons off my lemon tree and I was just like, oh, thank you. They were like these big, juicy, awesome lemons. I just love that thing. I have 2 fig trees. So they're little fig trees though. And what else do I have? Oh, I have an olive tree. I have a little olive tree. But I want to get more. I want to kind of have a little orchard out there. I love apples. I like peaches. So I'm going to, you know, I'm always got my eyes open looking around for a deal. So I'm going to get some of those. And then I have a couple bushes. I have a blueberry bush. The other one died because the ants get in the roots. So I need to get another blueberry bush because you need 2 varieties for them to produce well. And then I have a raspberry bush out there, 2 raspberry bushes. So I'm kind of building my fruit orchard stuff around here, which I just love all that.
Bronco says, hi, Becky from Oklahoma.
Hi, Bronco.
We have 8 roosters.
Oh, my goodness.
Love your chicken videos.
Where's the hens? It's like roosters. Roosters are cute and they're kind of like dum-dums. That's why I name mine dum-dum. The hens give you the eggs though.
I mean, we were laughing the other day when I said the expression that the roosters have on their face is different.
It's way different than a
the
hen.
expression the hens have.
Yeah. So that's interesting that you have 8 roosters.
Anna says, I just want to hug you, Becky. You're such an inspiration. Heart, heart, heart.
Anna, that's so sweet. I'll give you a hug. That's very nice of you.
Main Girl says, I used to let my chickens sleep outside until an owl came.
Yeah, owls will get your chickens. That's for sure. I had 2 cute little gall ducks that I kept in my garden. And it's like, well, one of my hogs ate one of them alive because I was saying earlier how hogs and pigs are mean. And then an owl got the other one. I'm like, darn it. So now I have a garden with a fence and I'm going to build this little duck area in there where I can put them away at night. Because during the day, my dogs protect them. But those owls, that's what get my ducks.
Anna says, hi, Becky. Love seeing you here from Puerto Rico.
Oh, hi, Anna. Is that what we said? Hi, Anna from Puerto Rico. Glad you joined us.
Michaela says, hi from Montana, Becky. You've inspired me to begin my own journey toward homesteading.
I'm so happy to hear that. We need more homesteaders. It's like, come on. It's like homesteading is, first of all, it's very healthy. We'll have more healthy people because it's so good for you. And second of all, it's like nature-based. So anything nature-based is good for the planet. So I'm just so happy to hear that. The more homesteaders, the better. It's like, I want to say that's all my homies. My homestead homies. It's like, go.
Simon says, hi, Becky.
Simon says,
thank you for your expert. I bet you he's never heard that before. Thank you for your expert advice on your channel, Backyard Chicken Owner from New York City.
Oh, very nice to hear. I'm very welcome and happy to give you all the information that I have, pass it on to you so you guys can use it.
Anna says, how can I integrate new chicks into the flock?
Oh, that's a tricky thing to do. You have to be very careful. And a lot of times it doesn't seem to work well at all because...
And we made videos about that in the past.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos you can watch if you go to my website, Becky'sHomestead.com, and really look at those and listen to that very well because a lot of times the older hens, the adults, kill the younger ones. Sometimes they'll just go over there and peck them and kill them. Sometimes they just starve them out. They just won't let them go near the food and water. And then the young ones get weaker and then they just die from stress and starvation. It's very tricky to integrate them. So you might have to have a separate coop or wait until they're mature adults and try to put them together. So, but it can be done. It can be done. It's just tricky. And you have to pay attention. You can't just throw them in there and like work a 40-hour week and come home exhausted and just throw the food there and go inside because in a few days or a week, you'll come home and it'll be like, oh, it's dead or it's half dead. It's like, you have to really be on top of that and pay attention.
Susie says, why did you change your mind about goats?
Because they're loud. Oh my gosh, they're adorable though. I'm thinking about getting one goat, to tell you the truth, and putting the pen in a different area, maybe that way in my orchard or something, because they are so adorable. But also, I didn't want to be a milkmaid. I don't want to be stuck milking a goat, you know, all the time. So, because you got to be there every day. And, you know, I like to go horse camping with my mule and go off. And so if it's the time when you're supposed to be milking, it's like, I have to call my pet sitter and be like, hey, can you come watch my place? And they'll be like, and by the way, can you milk my goat? They're going to be like, no. It's like, so it just doesn't fit my lifestyle right now. So that's the reason.
Timothy says, hi, Becky. Love your soap videos.
Hi, Timothy. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, and the soap. Love the soap. I just love homemade soap. It's awesome. I never get sick of it, like ever, ever.
Lisa says, hi. I know you were tired of the rat race and were ready to leave.
Yeah.
But did you know anyone who was able to mentor you? What did you start doing to begin your process?
No, I didn't know anybody to mentor me. I didn't have anybody to show me anything. I just did it all by myself. I just figured it all out by myself and just did it. Like I'm like, I'm doing it. So I did it. So that's why I share my information, because there isn't that many people out there that just want to have a homestead and talk about it and teach you stuff. So that's why I share it with everybody, because I didn't have anybody to show me. I kind of learned it all the hard way.
Robin says, do you live near a sinkhole?
No, I don't live near a sinkhole. Sinkholes freak me out personally.
Emily and Kayla says, hello, Becky.
Hi, Emily and Kayla.
Donovan says, shout out to Neil.
Oh, my little Neil. He's an old man now, my little piggy. He was out this morning. So, like 2 weeks ago, he tried to eat this chicken I call Hey Hey, this little hen. And this morning I went out there and she's in his pen again. I'm like, that is the dumbest chicken I've ever had. So I'm like, I got to get her out of there. He's going to kill her again, try to eat her. So I went in there and Neil is just he's such a brat. He wanted out. I didn't want him to get out, but finally he got out. I had to get the chicken and was like trying to keep him in and keep the door open so the chicken goes out. And I'm just like, oh. So he's a stinker. He's so cute though. I go, come on, let's get back in there. And he goes like trots right over there and follows me. He's a good little pig.
Annette says, what's your favorite animal that you have?
My mule. I can answer that quick. I love my mule. I can't help it. I just love that thing. He's a big brat, but I love him. But I do enjoy all the animals. Like if I only had my one mule, it's like I still would want more animals because I like them all. They're all different. I got to show you a picture of Lincoln because he's a big poofy dog. So I'm like, I'm going to trim his tail and just have like a foo-foo at the end of his tail because he has this really long white tail. So I got to trim it up a little better, but I did it. He looks so cute because he's kind of goofy. He wags his tail. He's just got this little poof at the end now. It makes him look like friendlier and nicer.
Angela says, how do you keep your chickens out of the garden?
Oh, you got to build a fence. I tried for years, and it's impossible. There is no way to keep them out except build a fence around your garden.
Which is what our new video that's coming out next is going to be, so stay tuned.
We've been working on that one, which I love my garden. It's like my little secret little garden. I get to go in there, and those bratty animals can't get in there, and work around in there, and I can shut the gate, and it's like nobody can touch it. Love my garden. So you have to have a fence around your garden.
Wanda says, do you have a video on the building aspect of the homestead?
Well, there's like a lot of different building stuff. Of my cabin specifically, there is a lot of videos on that. So you just got to go to my website, do in the search bar, and click through there. One of them says cabin.
Or just search on YouTube, type in Becky's Homestead Log Cabin.
Oh, okay. Do that.
Either way.
Yeah, but going to the website, you can see how many different videos I have. On YouTube, you have to just search individual ones, you know what I mean? And if you want to just see which ones I have and be like, oh, that one looks good, and watch it, and go to a different category and be like, oh, that one looks good, and watch it. You can just see how many we have, which is a lot. We have a lot of them. Like different areas of the homestead that you can look at and learn about.
Axel says, hi from Puerto Rico.
Hi, Axel. Glad you joined us.
Emily and Kayla say hello from Canada.
Hi, Emily and Kayla. Oh, I think those are two little sisters. I think I answered them once. They wrote me a little email. I think. I'm not sure. I get a lot of them, so it's hard to keep them all.
Corey says, hi from the UK. I think your videos are great.
Hi, Corey. Thank you. I'm so glad you like them.
Malia says, hi from Pakistan.
Hi, Malia.
Pasquale says, hello from Atlanta.
Hi, Pasquale. My house is dusty because I've been tiling. And it's like, my whole cabin is so dusty. I'm so sick of the dust. I'm almost done tiling, though. Thank goodness. Have that job, like, check that off. I love tile, though. I like a tile floor, especially, well, I have a log cabin, so it's a lot of wood, so I don't, some people are like, why didn't you do a wood floor? I'm like, my whole house is wood. It's like, I need a little contrast, so I did tile.
Annette says, what advice would you give someone afraid to live off-grid? I would say don't live off-grid.
No, if you're afraid, like, why do you want to do it if you're afraid? I don't know. It's like, living off-grid is just like having solar power, I think, and having a well. So if you have solar power, you still have, things that use power. You just have solar. I would love to have solar power and be off-grid. That would be awesome if you ask me. It's like, what's to fear? I'm like, there's a boogeyman's not coming to get you. I'm like, what's to be afraid of? I don't get it. Might be a little more work, but it's like enjoyable work, I could live cooking on a campfire, to tell you the truth. I like that. It's hard work, but it's fun, awesome work. Okay, we got 10 more minutes.
Scooby says, hello from White House, Tennessee.
Hi, Scooby.
We have chickens and turkeys and a goat because of you. Keep up the great work.
Oh, good. Turkeys, it's so funny. Scott's always wanted a turkey. I think turkeys are so ugly, though. They're just, I don't know. They're just not attractive. I love birds. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. But I don't know if you eat your turkey. And goats, that's very nice. I'm so glad you got a little motivation from my channel.
Hi, Becky. Amy says, hi, Becky.
Hi, Amy.
I have 6 hens. 4 have no feathers on their rear end. Could it be mites or is it a bully? Any ideas?
You got to look at them. Pick them up and look at them. Catch them and try to look through the feathers and see.
And if you watch them, you can see if another chicken is pecking them and being mean to them. Like, watch them.
Yeah, you do have to pay attention. A lot of people don't know what's going on out there. You got to pay attention and see what's going on out there. If it's just on the rear ends, I would say it might be like some kind of bugs. So get some diatomaceous earth and, be careful with it. Don't just poof it all over, but get your chicken on your lap and then just, kind of get that down through their feathers, like go like that and try to get it down there. Lift the wing up and get some in there, just get a little tablespoon and a little container of it and just like get the tablespoon and like put a little in there and get it in there. And you're gonna have to do that for do it like once a week. And another thing is clean your coop and then sprinkle that diatomaceous earth around in the sand and the dirt. So when they do their little dust bath, they'll be kind of putting the diatomaceous earth on them as they're doing that. And then if it's mites or bugs, that'll go away. You'll see, it'll fix its problem.
Blanca says, hello from South Africa.
Hi, Blanca. Glad you joined us.
Laverne says, aloha from the Big Island in Hawaii.
Hi, Laverne. Glad you joined us.
Brianna says, hi, Becky from the Caribbean.
Hi, Brianna. It's so nice that people from all over tune in. I just love that.
Nicole says, love you, Becky. Greetings from Arizona.
Hi, Nicole. Thank you. I hear my wind chimes.
Roberta says, hi from Meridian, Idaho. I have 6 chickens of different kinds. They stopped laying for 3 months, then started again. What's up with that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Are they molting? You know, usually it doesn't take 3 months to molt, but you know, a lot of times they'll, um, you know, not a lot of times they do stop laying eggs when they molt. But sometimes there'll be something stalking around the coop at night and it stresses them out and they'll stop laying. Because it's got to be something like that when they all stop laying at the same time. So again, you have to pay attention what's going on out there and try to figure it out.
We got a $5 super chat from Michaela.
Hi, Michaela. Thank you. That's so nice of you to support our channel.
And she says, have to sign off now, but wanted to thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience with everyone.
Oh, I'm so happy to do it. Come back next Wednesday and tune in again.
Corey says, hi, Becky. Thank you for your videos. You've inspired me to get chickens and build my own coop.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's so much fun. We love the chickens. The eggs are awesome. Like, we eat eggs a lot. We love the eggs. They're so flavorful and so good. And then you just get an egg from the store and you're just like, it's like, wah, wah. What a letdown. You're like, I want to go back on my homestead and eat my own eggs. It's like.
Samantha says, hi, Becky.
Hi, Samantha.
Watching all your chicken videos helped me raise my own small flock.
Good. I'm so happy to hear that. That's why we do the videos. It's like we want to help other people live more of a healthy, happy homestead lifestyle.
Angie says hello from Toronto.
Hi, Angie. Glad you tuned in with us. Okay, 5 more minutes.
Says, hi from Lincolnshire, England.
What was his name?
Joseph.
Hi, Joseph. Glad you tuned in. I hear my crows. I have a murder of crows that come around my homestead every day. They're so funny. They go in my chicken coop. I'm attached to the wire. I want to see if they're out there. I don't see them.
Well, if anybody wants to make sure we get to their question before we sign off, they can do super chat. We'll
4 more minutes. It's the countdown because I got stuff to do out there. Got homestead stuff to do out there. But I always make time for you guys, so I'm happy to do this.
Steven says, greetings from Chicago. You're amazing. Thank you for sharing all your knowledge.
Hi, Steven. Thank you. Glad you like it.
Mountain Mama says, I'm answering your question. I don't know what that means. Anna says, can you put a baby potbelly pig outside?
Well, I mean, how old is it? What do you mean baby? You know, a little teeny weeny little thing. It's like, I don't know. It's like if you have the proper pen, you can. You know, it's got to have a cozy little house with hay in it to sleep in there. And it can't be freezing outside. You can't be like, okay, it's 30 degrees. It's gonna go put this thing outside. It'll freeze to death. So the temperature outside has to be warm, and then it has to have a little bed. You know, you gotta have the right pen for it. Part shade, part sun. Don't forget that. All animals need both. All animals need a cozy, windproof, waterproof little bed to go into with hay in there. So if it has what it needs and it's warm enough, you can put that thing outside. But it's wintertime now, so I don't think you should put it outside unless you live like in a warm place, a warm state.
Becky, Malia says, Becky, what do you feed your turtle?
Daisy's a pig. I feed her lots of stuff, but turtles like to eat meat and like vegetables. So alfalfa, they have these turtle pellets you can buy, which are like, it's made out of alfalfa, but it has little vitamins in there for them and calcium. And then you can feed them all kinds of fresh vegetables and then like turkey meat, eggs. They eat a lot of different stuff. You want me to go get Daisy? Come on. Go on and get Daisy so we can say goodbye with Daisy.
Just unplug your microphone and go get her.
Oh, they won't be able to hear me. I'll have to put it back on. I hate putting this mic on. Come on, go get her. Hurry up, go get her. She's so cute. Okay, can I unplug the mic from the phone and just leave it on my shirt?
Here, unplug this part.
Okay, unplug it. She's like, I want loose. She's in there. She wants loose. She wants loose. Hi, Daisy. You want loose? She took a big drink of water today, and she ate a lot of turkey yesterday. I gave her a lot of turkey, and she's like, I'm ready to go now. Let's go. I want to bring her outside. You want to see? I'm going to show you the bottom of her.
Don't hold her like that. Turn her sideways.
She doesn't care. She's really big now. She's kind of heavy. Hi, you're so cute, Daisy. I love you. I know. We're roommates, aren't we? You're so cute. We're buddies. Oh, she's like, she gave me a little hiss. Did you hear her? She knows me and she loves me. She looks at me when she sees me come in the room. Sometimes I just rub her shell. It's like, bye-bye. See you next Wednesday. Signing off. Becky, Sunshine, and Daisy. We're going to go outside, huh, Daisy?